So, good morning, children. In the last video, we discussed the differences between Indian fertilism and USA fertilism. In this video, we will have a kind of discussion regarding the way how the criticism that is there, or the members who criticized CA debates. So, look at that. In the Constituent Assembly, there are members who try to give their own opinion. You mean while writing constitution there are many debates and discussions on each and every topic and subtopic, or you take whatever that clause is there, a small article in which sub-articles, clauses, on every aspect there is a kind of discussion. So debates in which there are members who criticize that the CA, Constituent Assembly, but of course based on the positive criticism made by these people, CA once again looked into this and tried to overcome these issues. Right. First of all, see, once look at this person, Maulana Arshad Mohini, who criticized the CA. It is merely a copy of 1935 Act. It's merely a copy of 1935 Act. He said that Constitution in which most of the articles are taken from 1935 Act. You mean that Act was passed by Britishers in 1935, but at that time we criticized this Act. Second point, just to look at the second point. Once the INC rejected it, you mean that 1935 Act was rejected by INC. Such a rejected act from which the number of provisions are taken. So you can easily understand here. A rejected one is and the principles in that act were taken into our constitution. So why did you take these principles from the 1935 Act? The question was asked. Who asked that question? Maulana Arshad Mohini. My dear students, here a basic point is to be taken. What is that? CA, you mean Constituent Assembly, not taken principles from 1935 Act, only from 1935 Act. They have taken the principles from many areas and many countries. So even though Maulana Arshad Mohini criticized this, I think it's not worthy, right? Coming to the Damodar Swarup Seth, another person in the CA, he said that CA does not adopt recent constitutions. Recent constitutions, I think, but 1922 20s, USSR made a constitution. CA said that while writing constitution, whatever the recent constitutions were written in the world, which were not taken. But actually this point is also wrong. After a few years, some even fundamental duties at present, whatever duties are there, taken from Russian constitution. This is second answer for the question asked by this Damodar Swarup Seth. And second question, ignores the importance of villages. Once look at this. Ignores the importance of villages. His opinion was villages not able to get their own administrative system, not able to get their own powers. That is second point. Ignores the importance of villages. But actually, of course, later Panchayat Raj system was introduced. And according to this Panchayat Raj system, at village level, mandal level and district level, we have separate administrative bodies. Village level, village sarpanch and ward members are there. Mandal level, MPP chairman is there. Mandal Parishad chairman is there, and MPTC members are there, and district level also we have ZPTC members and as well as ZP chairman. Here also we can see election and they have their own powers. That is a really good step to give powers for the villages. That was there. Later it is introduced, that's different. Third point, CA members were not elected by the voters. These are all questions or the criticism made by Damodar Swarup Seth. CA members were not elected by the voters. Earlier we discussed Constituent Assembly. There are 385 members. All these members are indirectly elected. So, of course, even though these members are not elected directly by the voters, whatever whatever the important work given to them, and they have done well, right? See, even though CA members, Constituent Assembly members, not elected by the voters, whatever the job that is given to them, whatever that work that is given to them, I think they went through each and every person. They took the decision of each and every person. They kept before the public around 8 months. Opinion of most of the people and organizations were taken, and even debates were taken place, and it's not written independent, right? Next one, fourth criticism made by Damodar Swarup Seth, centralization of powers. While writing constitution, you gave more powers to central government than the state governments. This was a big criticism. Really, that is there. At present, central government will have more powers than the state governments. This problem at present also, it's a big problem. When we are following federalism, powers are to be distributed equally between the center and state, but the central government generally having its own authority over so many aspects. This problem still existed. But that's why he said that when more powers are given to central government, definitely, even Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi said that, these two members said that definitely when more powers are given to central government, it leads to fascism and Nazism. It leads to a kind of dictatorship. It leads to a kind of a disturbance for the democratic system. So that centralization should not be there. Powers are to be decentralized. You mean that certain powers are given to the local bodies and some other powers are to be given to state governments, and as well as even central government also should have powers. So no, at any level, if powers are more, definitely there will be a problem in the country. Coming to the these two great criticism made by these members, and coming to the example of debate regarding fundamental rights, in which right to equality. There is how the discussion was taking place regarding untouchability. Just once look at that. Debate date 29th April 1947. A person, Pramotha Ranjan Thakur, regarding class 6 untouchability. So look at that. అన్టచబిలిటీ దాని మీద ఎలా డిస్కషన్ జరిగింది చూసినట్టయితే, అంటే డిస్కషన్ అంటే ఒక పాయింట్ని, ఒక వర్డ్ని నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్ వాళ్ళు డిస్కస్ చేసి అప్పుడే అడాప్ట్ చేశారు. అప్పుడే ఓకే అయిన తర్వాత చేసుకున్న సిచ్యువేషన్. వెన్ యూ ఆర్ లుకింగ్ ఇన్ టు ది కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా, ఆర్టికల్ 17 ఆఫ్ ఇండియన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ సెయింగ్ దట్ అన్టచబిలిటీ ఈజ్ అబాలిస్డ్. అంటరంతనం నేరం అని చెప్తారు. దీనికి ప్రమోద రంజన్ ఠాకూర్ ఏమంటున్నంటే, I do not understand how can we abolish without abolishing caste system. Good. He made an important criticism, said that మనము అన్టచబిలిటీని అబాలిష్ చేసాం, కానీ అసలు దాని రూట్ కాజ్ అయినటువంటి క్యాస్ట్ సిస్టమ్ అబాలిష్ చేయలేగా. వెన్ వితౌట్ అబాలిషింగ్ క్యాస్ట్ సిస్టమ్ కెన్ యూ అబాలిష్ అన్టచబిలిటీ అనేది, దట్స్ అ బిగ్ రియలీ నైస్ క్వశ్చన్ ఆస్క్డ్ బై ప్రమోద రంజన్ ఠాకూర్. అట్ సేమ్ టైమ్, when talking about S.C. Banerjee, the word untouchability should requires clarification. We have been discussing this word for many years, but up to now we don't have any clarity regarding untouchability. Which one is called untouchability? Entry into temples is also called in some areas as untouchability, or not allowing the SC people, SC people to take water from the wells of the main village. or whatever that. There are many forms for the untouchability, but this untouchability should have its own importance. You mean that complete picture regarding this untouchability must be there. Coming to the next person, Rohini Kumar Chaudhary, untouchability is nothing but discrimination. And this man, Rohini Kumar Chaudhary, tried to give definition for the untouchability. Untouchability is nothing but discrimination of a person on the ground of religion and caste. And even K. Munshi said that untouchability is nothing but discrimination of a person based on religion, caste, birth, gender and sex, right? ఈ అన్నిటి మీద మతం పేరు మీద కానీ కులం పేరు మీద కానీ పుట్టిన బర్త్ పేరు మీద కానీ జెండర్ పేరు మీద కానీ మేల్ ఫీమేల్ పేరు జెండర్ కానీ ఆర్ సెక్స్ ఏదైనా ఈ ఈ ఈ వీటి బేస్డ్గా ఏదైనా ఎక్కడైనా ఏ సందర్భంలో అయినా ఒక వ్యక్తిని తక్కువగా చూడటం జరిగితే దాన్ని అన్టచబిలిటీ అంటారని. అంటే వీళ్ళు దట్ రోహిణి కుమార్ చౌదరి అండ్ యాజ్ వెల్ as K. Munshi were able to give a definition for the untouchability, right? The Dhirendranath Datta said that the word untouchability should have some clear definition. ఇక్కడ ఏం జరిగిందంటే డిబేట్ ఎలా జరిగింది ఒక వర్డ్ మీద. సో either రోహిణి కుమార్ చౌదరి ఆర్ K. Munshi ఆర్ ధీరేంద్ర దత్తా ఆర్ టేక్ some other members, they each and we discussed earlier, each and every clause was clearly discussed and debated, and after getting complete picture regarding various aspects, and then only they have written into the constitution. This point is to be taken, so that సిఏ డిబేట్స్ ఎలా జరుగుతాయి, దాని మీద ఎలా క్రిటిసిజం జరుగుతుంది అనే దాని మీద మనకి క్లియర్ కట్గా పిక్చర్ ఇవ్వడానికి, అంటే ఎలా జరిగిందని చెప్పడానికి. It's not simply bringing from some other areas or the countries or from some constitutions and writing into our constitution. This is not the way. Each and every clause and aspect was discussed and kept before the best CA, and the opinions taken from the members and from outside of the CA. Then they able to give a big nice constitution. Of course, there are drawbacks, there are things, but anyhow we got a very nice constitution. See, this is the way how debates were taken place in the CA. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll meet with another topic. Thank you.